Hello, David. Hi, Ravi.
Hello. Hi, Ravi.
Hi, Dennis.
Hi, Noel.
How are you?
Good, healthy.
Praise God. Praise God.
Yeah. Kuching is raining.
Pardon?
Kuching is raining now.
Cooking is raining. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
drizzling on this side too.
Christmas season coming.
Yes. Yeah, not far away now.
Yeah.
Are you doing much with Copilot?
Yeah. Not
You are?
not much, but we try to introduce to customer as well as a secretary, 24 hours times 7.
Wow. The secretary has to work 24/7.
Yeah, Copilot lah.
I see. Got it. Yes.
One of the
That's a
trick lah.
very good one. I like
Ah.
that. I like that.
Yeah.
But you notice, have you used it recently?
Sorry?
Have you used it recently?
Not me, but my cloud team is using because we subscribe to lah.
Okay.
Because need to assist customer. If let's say we don't know how to use, how we can assist it? How they can improve their daily works?
True. You're talking about Copilot for Microsoft 365, right?
365, yes, correct.
Yeah, understand. Okay. Yeah, I think that one's working well. Getting better and better, every month, every other month.
Yeah. Slowly integrate to apps, right? Include the personal, I think the family also have.
Yeah. Slowly but surely, yeah, it's getting there. The only
even
problem is the free version is broken.
free version. I not really use it, but because I got purchased a family suite lah, the M365 for family.
Yeah, but that one you also have to subscribe Copilot separately, right?
Yeah, not sure for business. Yeah, we subscribe separately.
Yeah, because Copilot doesn't come together with Microsoft 365. You need
Yep.
to get it separately.
Yeah, because the Copilot, I think they will get all the data for your internal SharePoint, all these things inside internally.
All right. Yes. Yeah. So let's get started. All right. And I think the rest will show up when they come.
Yep.
I just
All right.
wanted to quickly show you why we are doing this session the way it is. Right. The problem that we are facing now is this is a new user interface of Copilot, the free version. Okay. This is called Copilot Web, right? The web version. It looks very clean, right? But sadly, the feature functionality has been reduced significantly. Okay, so it's got upload image, start new chat, right? And in the past, under this section here, you can turn on the add-ons and stuff like that. All those are gone. Okay, and it doesn't do very good pictures and all that anymore, right? So the approach that I wanted to take with this session is together with the team. So I've got David. David is from David Curry is from my team, right? So David and I are planning to do a role play later, right? Hello, Nick. How are you?
Hello.
I'm just sharing with Dennis, and I think on yes, Ravi, welcome. I
Hey,
can
thank you, Noel.
see a professional services global competency center.
Yeah,
Wow. Whereabouts are you coming in from?
I'm from Bangalore.
Ah, very good. So you got this, you got our link all the way from Bangalore. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Fantastic. Okay, cool. All right, so we've been running this Microsoft Copilot, what we call train the trainer for, I think, a good 1 year. Although we're only doing it every fortnight, I think the team's been quite diligent and so forth. But as usual, a lot of people are busy. So Ridwan, who is in this picture, he just had a newborn a few days ago. So it's out and about. All right. And Amar is busy with, I think, with a customer visit. So that's left just a couple of us. But this time around, I wanted to show, as I was telling the team, about a problem statement. I'm not sure if many of you seen this. All right. Firstly, just a little bit of a message from one of the community chat groups. The new Copilot is a complete disaster. Right. If you read what it says, it's making a lot of mistakes. Right. That sometimes those could be, maybe we need to do a better job in prompting and so forth. Right? But my biggest problem with Copilot actually is not just the mistake, but rather.
Elaine, most why the table
Sorry, what was that? Okay.
Sorry. Forgot to mute.
No worries, Nick. So my biggest problem is, although this user interface is very clean, this is the new Copilot, the free Copilot on the web, right? It's lost a lot of its very good features.
Yeah, I got try, I got try to upload a PDF, right? Then ask the Copilot to give me a summary, but now can't already.
It's very sad, very sad, right? That it's become so crippled, right? In the past,
Why is it moving backwards when other basically the competitors are moving forward? I mean, this seems to be a backwards move.
Yes, it is. I agree, but I think there is some rebranding and repurposing of the capabilities. But anyway, that's something that we won't dwell too much on today. But what I wanted to do was to get help, all right, from another AI to at least get some how to say, results based on what our expectations are. Copilot over the last 6 months or maybe a year was getting a lot of its capabilities from a number of tools, like from a graphic engine perspective, right? It was getting it from things like Microsoft Designer, right? Bing Image Creator, right? So those tools continue to work, thank God. Okay, I'll show you guys those tools. And of course, the other one is the music creation tool called Suno, right? So Suno is good, but I felt accessing it from Copilot wasn't the best, but accessing it from the Suno website is actually very good. So I'm not sure if all of you are familiar with that capabilities. All right, so I'm going to go through that All right. So I've been trying lots of different things for work, for scam and all that. Even so, these things it's already gone a little bit sick. So I said Copilot is sick, right? Essentially, right? So obviously my other good friend is ChatGPT. So I've been using ChatGPT for some of the stuff. Like you look at this same scam message that I uploaded, right? Is this scam? It gave me a very good reply with ChatGPT. This message appears suspicious and could be a phishing attempt. Here's why. Unusual URL, urgency tactics, generic salutation, what you should do. Do not click on the link. Verify with Maxis, report the scam. Exactly pretty much what I wanted. I guess we all know that one of the problems with ChatGPT, at least the free version, is you don't get references. And that was the strength of Copilot, right? But with the same screen capture, the results was far from satisfactory, far from satisfactory, right? It didn't do anything for me, actually. What a total waste of time, okay? So I've lost my good answer. I lost the link as well. So yes, Nick's correct. It has gone backwards if you want, even just from simple analysis like this. This was done yesterday. So let's try again quickly, see whether today is better. So same scam message. Quite sad. Now, this is a problem statement that I'm trying to address. Okay, it's still sick. Its best is still very poor. Okay, very unacceptable. So what I wanted to do next is just to walk you through a couple of scenarios on what I'm trying to address. Okay, so thank you so much for coming. This is the team. All right, and this is something that we've been setting up over the last few months and so forth. We also have another session called AI is Fun. Normally we do this on the Wednesday noon. All right, if you're interested, just drop a message into the chat window. We'll send you this. Right, Greg normally runs this through together with Ian. All right, and then probably we'll join in as well to help. Okay, so I'm sure most of you know that there is this event happening tonight. So maybe in this event, they will tell you.
And invite you to join us in person in Chicago, Illinois, or online on November 18th through the 22nd, so that you can hear the latest Microsoft news and announcements about new technology, features, tools, and solutions. Since the debut of Ignite in Chicago in 2015, it's been one of Microsoft's premier annual flagship events, showcasing the latest innovation, product updates, and breakthroughs across our ecosystem. This year, in addition to the in-person experience in Chicago, we're offering online experiences to each participant with unique and invaluable opportunities to learn, connect, and explore. In follow-up to the MCAP Start for Partners event in July, at Ignite, we're planning an incredible lineup with presenters that include a diverse community of experts and enthusiasts to share insights, knowledge, and the best way for you to succeed with Microsoft. At Ignite, our attendees will have access to other partners, customers, and Microsoft leaders. You'll hear keynotes from Microsoft leaders that will focus on the differentiated value and your opportunity with the Microsoft Cloud and the latest innovation for AI transformation. We'll also have partner sessions where you can learn more about the Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program updates. This will include skilling, investments, and go-to-market. And of course, we'll have so many technology sessions on each of the Microsoft solution areas to keep you and your teams up to the leading edge of technology and innovation. For our Partner of the Year award winners, we'll also have a special celebration in Chicago to congratulate each of you and look ahead to continued success together. Registration is live now. We expect the in-person event experience to sell out very quickly. Whether you want to join in person or online, please register at the link in this blog post quickly. I look forward to seeing all of you at Ignite.
By the way, there is a free online version that you can register. I think it's starting tonight. So should be still available, right? Try that. We also have a YouTube channel, so you can join us on the YouTube channel. We do share quite a bit over the years, couple of years now, we've been doing this. All right. Now, just to get a little bit of guessing going, all right. Anyone can tell me which one is real? These days, AI is so good, isn't it? I wish your Copilot can help. You can ask ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So who says one? Type it
Number
in the
one.
chat window.
Number one.
Mm,
Yeah.
Number two.
Number
Only
two.
you have two options.
That's hard enough,
think
isn't
number
it?
one.
50%.
Yeah,
think
you
number
can
one's
only
real.
die.
How many is going for one?
Me. One.
Okay, so two. Okay, two people going for
Ryan,
one.
I choose for one. Yeah.
Okay. So the rest going for two? Okay, so the answer is one. Okay, well done.
No.
Yay.
Well done. Okay, how about this one? One or two? This is
Two.
hard, isn't it?
Two.
Who says
Two.
two? Who says
Two.
one?
I say two.
I'm
Two.
saying
Two.
Two. All right.
I think number
Looks
one is
like
real.
majority-
I don't know.
Sorry?
I don't know. It's very hard to tell because it's I think one, right? I think number two is looks slightly more real. Number two.
Okay, so most of us going for two, is it? Okay, very well done. Okay. Actually, these days the pictures are so good, it's very hard to tell. Very, very hard. All right. You have good tools like Midjourney and all this. Some of them are so good. All right. So it's almost impossible. That's one of the biggest problem in terms of deep fake. Right. I'm sure most of you know that deep fake is becoming a very big issue. Right. So with graphics so easily converted to videos and so forth, once they can get your voice and all that, it's almost game over. All right. So the latest update that I wanted to talk about and also to get some avenues to move forward is like Copilot going down the path of regressing, right? It had so much potential for quite a long time, in fact, but somehow it's going backwards. And of course, the other scenario that we also saw recently is Gemini. I'm sure some of you who is in the chat group.
So then
So-
kind of a question that I have is, so are they going to sell this as a product in future?
Sorry, what was that?
No. So if they are going back, are they going to sell for the future?
Oh, this is the free version, Ravi.
Oh, okay.
This is the free version, the Copilot on the phone, as well as Copilot Web. Right, so Copilot Web looks like this. Right, this is the web version of Copilot.
Correct.
They have very much simplified the UI, which is not a bad thing. Right, you can still use the mic, you can upload pictures, but its ability to analyze and also the graphic engine is also very poor, right? And of course, it also lost a lot of the plugins, right? It used to have plugins for music, all right, from a company called Suno, right? And all that's gone. So you can say that the Copilot is sick, if you want. All right.
As open source Copilot, you say free open source Copilot
This
is
is the free version, yeah, from
Yeah.
Microsoft, the free version. Okay.
yeah free or open
If you
source.
look
Yeah.
at the phone app is also having the same problem.
Mm.
Okay. If you go to Bing chat, all right, also the same. So no matter where you go, as long as it's a free version, right? If you look at this, for example, let's see, maybe this one is still there. No, it's gone. Okay. Now let me show you what I mean by. Okay. Now, once upon a time, if you go to copilot.microsoft.com, you had a lot more, right? And of course, this reviews this option, right? This gives you like a clean conversation or start again. There is also this particular Copilot icon up here, all right, at the sidebar. So in the past, we could go in here and we can access a whole bunch of additional plugins and so forth. That's all gone. So this is why I say Copilot is sick, all right, because a lot of good capabilities have disappeared, right? And that was also the Nick getting disappointed and angry, right? Because many of us started depending on it more and more, all right? It's come to a point where you can say without a day that we go through that we don't use it, all right? And now suddenly all these capabilities are gone. So what I discovered is the only way I could get around that is if I use a combination of different tools. All right. So that's the bit that I wanted to go through. But apart from that, there is also AI tools today, like Gemini, for example, that's misbehaving. All right. So for those of you who don't know, and you're not in the ChatGPT group that we have, there was a message sent or shared. Okay. And I'll show you what exactly that particular link talks about. And of course, the third aspect is an AI tool that shows really good, exciting capabilities, but the learning curve is fairly steep, meaning it takes quite a bit to learn to become good at it, right? So that's where I came up with this little short term called AI to AI. So essentially, I'm going to walk you through how I use one AI to make another AI do a better job. All right, even use one AI to create advanced prompting if you want, right, for another AI. Right, so that's the AI to AI, AI helping AI, if that's what you want. Okay. So not sure if any of you saw this. All right, this was recent, right? So reported on
Mm.
the site.
Can you ping this link if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure. It's
And the other link also, which is that you
yeah.
pasted with respect to the Copilot.
Okay, the Copilot one, yeah, can definitely. Let me just
Yeah.
I'll give this to you, no problem. I'll put it into the chat.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite sad that you would thought that the AI tools are becoming more and more, sophisticated, not going backwards, right? Okay,
But they are,
chat.
the enterprise, they are going to develop, right? Or are they
Yes,
not?
the enterprise version, or rather we call Copilot for Microsoft 365, that one continued to be good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It looks like they are renegating on their promises, right? If you want going backwards from that perspective. Okay. So let me give you the one for. Okay, the other one I'll look for it for you. I'll drop it in the chat window as well.
Yeah.
Right. So this particular problem is quite scary. All right. I think all the popular AI tools had gone through their season, because ChatGPT at one point also behaved quite badly, misbehaving if you want. I think Copilot in very early days also showed some weirdness, if you want. This was the most recent one that we saw, right? Shared by one of the people who is part of the ChatGPT group that we have. Now, the interesting thing that I saw was this, right? This person tells CBS News he and his sister were thoroughly freaked out by the experience. I want to throw all of my devices out the window. Right? And it says, I hadn't felt panic like that in a long time, to be honest. Now, interesting that they're taking it out on the phone, right? Or whatever devices they were using. Right? It could be a tablet. But I'm sure you know that this is not because of the phone or tablet. Right? This is AI that is in the cloud. And the phone or the tablet is just a device for them to access that. Right? We still not come to the small, what they call language models yet. We're still on large language models, which essentially you need a lot of processing capability in the cloud in order to achieve what it's doing. Right? So blaming on the device, to me, indicates that these users obviously don't understand the AI app and its capabilities today. And I think that's also true. A lot of users are using it, but they don't know how it actually works or behind the scene. So for those of us who know, it's good to teach. Sorry, Philip, you wanted to say something? No. All right. Okay, so this is quite a serious problem, right? When the AI tells you, please die, all right, I think that's very, very.
Là sống chiều cái chúa xe có mọi gì
On a separate note, all right, on a separate note, it just shows even from some of the polls that some of these companies like JobStreet is doing in Singapore indicates that AI adoption is still not very good, not fast enough. Okay. And only 53% is willing to reskill to stay relevant. I think maybe people are still not convinced that AI is a serious tool, is a good tool, right? It's important to learn, right? And be relevant and continue to grow. The wait and see attitude is poor, right? It's very bad. Right. So those of us who have a chance to reach out to others, encourage them to use it. AI itself is relatively safe. So one of the things that I feel that we can do individually is to encourage people to learn Gen AI, right? It doesn't matter which flavor you want to use, all right? If you're disappointed with Copilot, go try something else, right? Use ChatGPT, there are many others. There's some very specialized tools as well, right? Some of the team members have shown them over the, right? Because one of the problems that we also realize is this particular article that one of the guys, I think was Christopher, shared, how AI could break the career ladder. Now, what exactly this article was talking about is actually people who are just starting out may not be able to get job opportunities because AI is displacing people at the very early part of their career. So this article actually talks quite specifically about a number of different job roles, but in this case, it was talking about in finance, right? It says entry-level grunt work has long been a rite of passage. For those of you who don't understand this sentence tells me for people to gain some depth of experience, they need to go through the very basic portion of a job. Right? So before moving up the career ladder, beginners, investment analysts, and novice underwriters and auditors first earn their stripes, performing the unglamorous basics. searching documents, preparing presentations, analyzing data, and tweaking financial models. And these are all capable using generative AI, right? Now, obviously, generative AI won't do all this work by itself. So capable of doing it itself, it's not yet, right? You need someone to use it. But the problem, I think what this article is trying to highlight is you need a lot less new people, right? Beginners to do the work than what you used to without AI. So if these beginners are taught to use AI, you don't need a lot of them now. So the number of beginners required will drop. So this is where there's twofold of a problem. One is the career ladder breaks. That means people with the base experience climbing up. And secondly, those who got the job, they also don't necessarily pick up the base knowledge and so forth because they now have AI. Okay, one is they don't get a job because fewer beginners are needed. Secondly, those who manage to get in are now starting to use AI and therefore they won't learn the basics as well. Okay, so that puts a career risk, if you want, in some of the sectors that's talking about like law, consulting, media, marketing, technology, and creative industry. But I think it goes beyond even this. So that is something that probably our new generation, our kids and our grandkids, for example, potentially will encounter problems like this. Okay. Now, just now, Ravi, you were asking, right? So Bing Chat, the Edge at the sidebar, Edge on the app, even
Yeah.
in Windows, these are all the different flavors of Copilot which are affected, that's gone sick, if you want,
Yeah.
including copilot.microsoft.com.
Yeah.
All 5 of these are all broken as far as we are concerned.
I feel it. They're doing it intentionally, but I'm not really sure what is that behind the story for this intention. But they're
Well,
aggressively pitching for this Microsoft 365 Copilot.
Yeah.
So yeah.
that one is still okay. From my understanding, that one is fine. It's not broken. All right. At least not to the level that these free versions are broken today. Every one of
True.
them. So if you have a Copilot app, right, on the taskbar like this, right? So this is not the browser, by the way. Okay, it's the app. It also has the same problem. You notice under here, I don't have my plugins anymore. Here, same thing. I only have those few miserable options, right? Yes, the graphics and all that looks good, but all this doesn't take over the capabilities which we had before. Okay, so that's the key thing. Okay, so what can we do, right? So one of the things I felt that we needed to do was I wanted to do a role play with my friend and relative David Curry. He's recently come in from UK. All right, and he's a professional project manager, if that's the right way to describe it. All right, I think David spent many years in project management. Right, so what I wanted to do with David was to go through a role play to basically give us an understanding or give us an opportunity to find which AI tool can help us better. But I just wanted to make sure that we also use the tool that we know that's broken and to understand how much or how broken is it. Okay. So David, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. Tell me how you're feeling today.
I woke up this morning with a very sore throat. My voice started breaking maybe about lunchtime. So, but yeah, just not. Obviously, my voice is pretty rough, so not very easy for people to understand me probably. So yeah, I'm not feeling 100%.
Okay, so let's see what Copilot can tell us in terms of helping you with that problem. Okay. So David has a sore throat. Is that right to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dry.
Okay, so sore throat and dry.
Yep.
Okay. So what can he do? Okay, I'm just going to copy this. Okay, so I can paste it to another AI tool. Okay, that's not bad. So this part is working. Okay, it's given me a few answers, given me some references to follow through. Okay, let's have a look at one of them to see what it says. Okay, pretty decent. Home remedy. Drink enough water to stay hydrated. Stay hydrated, not bad. Okay. Drink a glass of warm water with honey. Yes, that's something that some of us do. Drink herbal teas. Okay. Chamomile tea. Yes, ginger tea. Peppermint tea. Gargle salt water. Yes. Okay, so not bad. Okay, let's see what ChatGPT has to offer. Okay, so let's bring up ChatGPT. Okay, let's start a new chat. Okay. Don't know why the copy and paste didn't work, so I have to retype it. Wow, this answer is not bad. It's definitely done a bit more than Copilot has. See a doctor, seek medical help, address potential causes, over-the-counter medication, avoid irritants. Yes, avoid irritants here. Rest your voice. Humidify the air. Yes. Throat soothers. Interesting. This one has gargle with salt water. This one is suggesting throat soothers. So both are not too bad, right? Answer pretty good. So what's going to happen tomorrow, David, for you?
Tomorrow, I'm traveling. I've got a flight. I'm flying to Nepal, so I'll be interesting to see how I feel in the morning. But
Okay.
I had some of these remedies today, so
Fantastic.
quite
Did
good.
any of them help?
Yeah, I think the honey, the warm honey drink with the
Yep.
ginger was good. So yeah, warm liquids, plenty of fluids. So all in all, some of the topics they've or ideas and information they've put here is pretty concise. Certainly, with ChatGPT, GPT. Yeah, good.
Fantastic. So let's ask the AI tool, what can you do when you're traveling? Okay, let's see what ChatGPT say. So who votes for Copilot? Who votes for ChatGPT?
GPT is always GPT. Copilot is always Copilot, as you rightly said. As you rightly said. So I feel like 365 Copilot is always good and better in terms of the programming and other layer of activities. Uh, for this Copilot, I don't think so. As you rightly said, it's kind of a black box, open source. Yeah.
Yeah, this
So
is quite disappointing, isn't it?
Mm.
This is not much better than the earlier prompt that I,
yeah,
all right? It's almost like a rehash of the earlier prompt,
Pretty
but
much.
the answer from ChatGPT is pretty good, David.
It is also the fact that even it's before, during, and after travel, so they've covered all the bases there really. So it's even saying post travel care.
Mm,
So yeah, so
not
it's
bad.
definitely a lot more information to consider for sure.
Well, I guess we know in these situations we will probably have to use this, all right? But you know what I was thinking? I think Copilot can still work. It's just that it's not able to do a very good job, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get
Noel, I
ChatGPT.
need to jump to the other call. I'll be back again.
No worries, Ravi.
Thank you so much.
No problems. So I'm going to get ChatGPT to create a prompt for Copilot so that it can give us a comprehensive response to the need of David due to this travel. Okay, so let's try this. Let's see what happens. So this is what ChatGPT is recommending, yeah, to Copilot. Wow. How about that? David needs to travel while experiencing a sore throat and dryness, provide a comprehensive set of recommendations to manage his symptoms, ensure a comfortable journey, include guidance for Okay, very good. Let's see what happens. Let me just copy this. Plunk it into Copilot. Let's hope it allows me to. Oh, yes. Thank God I don't have to retype that with 2 fingers. That's better. What do you think of that, David?
Yeah,
Wow.
big difference.
Huge difference, isn't it? Even went down to air travel, car travel, public transit. My goodness.
I think at the top there, I think one of the things was to pre-travel consult a doctor before traveling.
Mm.
So that wasn't obviously in the previous
Yes.
extract
Yeah, let's
on
see.
on Copilot.
Yeah. Well, it did say, well, definitely Copilot was not
Yeah.
comprehensive enough. But ChatGPT did say that if he must travel, consult a doctor to confirm
Yeah.
if safe and discuss any specific needs.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, ChatGPT constructed a prompt that mirrored its own response for Copilot. And actually, Copilot did do a good job, all right, in crafting out a detailed response. I think that's quite pleasant. But I guess the crux to this is now I have to use one AI to rescue another AI, right? When the previous time it was working perfectly fine, right? So that's it that we're still very disappointed with. But at least if we didn't have to totally change the AI, all right, we just use ChatGPT to rescue Copilot. That's pretty good, right? But it is just one modality, and that's just text. Now, one of the things that Copilot used to be very good at doing is graphics. So I used to do things like this: create a picture of photo realistic picture of a purple polar bear with top hat jumping into the air with joy in KLCC, with KLCC background. Let's see how good it does that now. Okay. What do you guys think?
Well, KLCC has only one tower.
So it's hallucinating, this one. All right.
And yet it doesn't look like it's jumping, more like it's floating.
You're right. Okay, let's try ChatGPT. Remember, ChatGPT never used to give you graphics, right? Now, obviously, with improvement in recent, it also now does pictures. How about that?
This is slightly better. Actually, it's actually closer to it, but it just does not look photorealistic enough. Basically,
Yes.
it looks very fake.
Yes, you're right, Nick. You're right. Spot on. Because
It's a better photo because it actually does use the, like, for example, the KL style background, which is more realistic, whereas the one on the Copilot, for some reason, it looks as if it's one tower, and not just that, it looks as if it's in the US, like New York or something like that.
yeah.
And the background is more like New York. And this one actually looks like a KL background, so that's more realistic. It's actually closer to what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But the bear's kind of ugly.
Yes, agree. Actually, both bears are not what I expected. All right. So what I've done is I actually use ChatGPT to craft a good prompt and then pasted it into Bing Image Creator as well as Microsoft Designer to come up with the best outcome. Right? Because
but here's a question, right? Basically, I've used ChatGPT to generate images before, but it's just to be noted that the free version, after I think about 4 or 5 images, you can't generate any more until the next day. Basically, there's a limit per day.
yes, it's because of the tokens that they assign to free access. All right. It's not surprising, right? It's not surprising because all these pictures and so forth uses a lot of GPU power, right? And if you actually had a chance to what I call visit a data center with all these servers using GPUs, and when the demand for all these pictures and GPU intensive activity comes in, right? The whole data center becomes like a really noisy factory, All right, really, the GPU spins up, it makes a racket and produces a lot of heat. So the data center suddenly becomes really, really intense. So I use ChatGPT to create this. All right, for the interest of time, I just want to show you, right, in the Bing image creator ahead of time. And the polar bears are much, much better. Although you never find a purple polar bear in the wild or anywhere. Okay. And even the KLCC background is also decent. All right. But I had to use one AI to rescue another AI. As you can see, I myself not capable of writing such amazing prompt, but using something like ChatGPT to create a prompt made a very good outcome. Now, Copilot used to give us 4 images like this. But looking at how Copilot is doing now is obviously for them is to save a bit of data center usage. 1 picture versus 4 uses a lot less power if you want and cooling to make it work, right? But obviously they had to decide which one they want to give you the best outcome. Obviously they decided that Bing Image Creator and Designer, right, would be the one where they want to focus on the graphics. Now, even when I compared Bing Image Creator and Designer, Bing Image Creator was better than Designer. The bears that Designer came up with was very cartoonish. They had nothing realistic about it, although I asked for photorealistic. So there were no photorealistic pink or purple polar bear that I requested. Let me see whether I can find it. Okay, no worries. I'll just copy this. I'm going to put it into here.
Bing uses Dolly, right? So
yes, both of them use DALL-E 3.
oh, okay.
Yeah, both of them do. But the problem, I believe, is not DALL-E. All right, I think it's the engine that is it's translating the prompts. Somehow it's not giving me what I wanted. Okay. So just to show you, this same prompt that created these 4 fairly decently acceptable images into Designer. Now you notice Designer is automatically going to give me 4 images, right? So these 4 boxes here are going to give me 4 images. If you compare this and this, all right, and that's what we did for a number of tries. You notice, you see, right? The purple bears are not anywhere as good. Okay, actually, this is quite good. This is quite good, but it's not as consistent, right? So that's the problem with what I found with Designer compared to Image Creator. But actually, it's not surprising. Those of you who've been following this scene, right, you realize that Microsoft actually came up with a graphic engine with Image Creator way before Designer came into the picture. So Designer was a newer tool, right? So it's not surprising that the older tool is actually more stable and producing better quality outcome. Okay. I see I tried to do some of the other ones. Of course, some of my prompts were not really up to mark, right? So that's where I decided I really needed another AI to generate the prompt that I want, right? So that's the outcome. Okay.
Mhm.
Now the last bit I wanted to show you was it's Suno. Okay. Now Suno is the acquisition that Microsoft made so that we can produce music. All right. So I used to come up with very simple prompts in Copilot with the Suno plugin enabled, right? And of course, we all know that the music that it came up with was actually quite average. I don't know about you, but I never really liked a lot of the Suno outputs within Copilot. But now it doesn't even have the ability to produce any music from Copilot. So essentially, you're just forced to go to Suno. Right? Just to prove a point, if I go back to, let me just close this. I needed to go back to here. Okay. Okay. Quite simple, right? It did it this time. It didn't do it for me yesterday. Actually, this is not bad. It's got how many verses? 2 verses, 2 chorus, 3 choruses, bridge and outro. Not bad, but no music. All right. So obviously it wants me to probably take this over to Suno to do it. Okay. So let's try this directly in Suno. Okay. Now that I know that Copilot really can't do the job anymore, so let's put this straight in. Okay. Here you go. You notice the songs, they all have 2 versions. And the time is different. So it's like 2 different versions of the same song. Actually, all the ones I've done so far seems to have 2. Okay. So let me make sure that I've got my sound enabled. Okay, let's have a listen.
Go crazy, think sky, birds sing, so do I. Everything just feels so right, dancing in this morning light. Oh, the sun's so bright. Oh, feeling like life's so free, some days like these, joy's buzzing in the trees. Walking down the busy streets, smiling faces I will meet.
Not bad, eh?
On my lips a simple tune, humming with the afternoon. Oh, the sun's so bright. Oh, feeling like life's so free, some days like these, joy's buzzing in the trees. When the night comes, I don't fear. Stars will whisper songs sincere. In my heart, the sunshine stays each and every single day.
Pretty good.
Oh, the sun's so bright. Oh, feeling like life's so free, some days like these, joy's buzzing in the trees.
not bad. It's better than the version that the Copilot used to be able to play. Because I remember the length of the songs were also very short. All right. And definitely it wasn't able to play some of the musical instruments. Right. I used to ask for violin and among others and just couldn't do it. Right. But I think it's worthwhile looking at Suno, right, without Copilot in the picture. Even when Copilot could pull in Suno, it was quite pathetic, if you want, right? So at least we know the bit that we lost really is the text, right? Even the graphic engine. The graphic engine definitely not good if we look at where Copilot is. All right. So we need to go back to Bing Image Creator, right? And for those of you who not yet master in prompts and or you don't have time, I think one of the ways we can overcome that is to use AI to AI, get one AI to help another AI, right? So I found ChatGPT very good combination with image creator, right? The next bit I'm going to try when I have time is I'm going to use Copilot to see whether it can give me good prompts for image creator as well as for designer. Okay, so that's what I wanted to cover with you guys today. All right, any feedback, any comments, any thoughts, any suggestions?
I can give one suggestion also is that you might want to also consider looking because nowadays, right? Of course, a lot of things like this, like ChatGPT and all that, is going to be used in education as in education field and all that, right? And
Yeah.
I've actually observed that lately there's been a lot of those AIs that hide the fact that those text that has been generated comes from an AI. You know, some kids might want to use it as part of their homework and stuff like that, right? So I've actually seen AIs that hide it so that, you know, if the teachers were to put it through to check whether it's an AI generated, it doesn't appear as AI generated anymore, right?
Yes. Yes.
That's to human, in other words, to humanize the text.
Yep. I think that's a very good point. I totally agree. There are a lot of custom GPTs. People have gone to a lot of trouble to come up with a UI and so forth. That's definitely the direction to go. All right. I think we will need to adopt those. All right. However, I still believe that on a day-to-day basis, we need a general purpose tool. And that's where Copilot has actually became a staple for me together with ChatGPT as a general purpose tool. But sadly, it looks like Copilot is so broken that it is not able to function as a general purpose tool.
Yes.
So now back to ChatGPT and maybe Bing Image Creator or Microsoft Designer and Suno for the different modalities that are required, right? See, a lot of us tend to have a tendency that once we get to know a tool, we become very dependent on the tool. And that is also something that I realize I have to change, that I don't become totally dependent on a tool, because this lesson I learned with Copilot being broken, I actually have to very quickly change the way I work and so forth. Right? I think the readaptation is going to be very crucial for us, because we don't know when the tool is going to break and when any of these people who wrote the tool will change what it is capable of doing. Because I think Microsoft is doing this on purpose. This is not a bug. If anything, they are trying to reduce the capabilities of the free Copilot so that they can maybe push more people into the commercial version, right, to pay for it, right? So I think that's the strategy, right? But I think there's a problem with the strategy. I think maybe they've gone too far, right? But anyway, I'm sure the feedback around the world is going to converge into Ignite that's happening in Chicago, right? So if you guys want to join Ignite tonight, right, I think it's a very good opportunity to hear directly from people like Satya Nadella and so forth. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone. You can reach out to me directly if you want. If those of you who don't have my email, I just put it down here, all right, into the chat. If you want to reach out to me on the phone, that's also good. Okay, if you don't have my number. thank you so much. And I look forward to catching up with all of you again at some point. All right. Take care. Good night. And thank you for making your Netflix hour available for this learning session.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good learning. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Noel.
you.
Thanks, everybody.
Good night,
Thank
everyone.
Thank you. Good learning.
you.
Bye bye.
Thanks, Philip. Thank you, Ravi. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.